Today, I want to talk about the Autopilot I wrote for the 747 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's capable of autonomously taking off and climbing to cruise in a variety of conditions. To do this, it uses a variety of proportional, PI, and PID controllers and variants thereof, along with the state machine to guide the process. Right now, the state machine detects that the aircraft is at the right speed and directs the controller to pitch up 7 degrees, allowing the aircraft to gain sufficient vertical speed before switching to a higher gain controller to maintain better pitch control in a moment. After a set time, it will raise the gears and return the flaps back to zero, while also engaging the altitude controller to direct pitch to guide the aircraft to cruising altitude. While we wait for the aircraft to reach cruising altitude, we can examine the full system diagram. It consists of 4 main subsystems, each that control different axes as requirements change throughout the flight. The pitch subsystem is responsible for everything from takeoff to the climb and trimming at cruising altitude. The first PI controller, which is always active, controls the elevator command based on the target pitch. On occasion, such as during takeoff, the gain is reduced on this controller to reduce instability in exchange for accuracy. After switching to the higher gain controller, where it will stay throughout the flight, it is eventually switched to be controlled by the altitude controller, which takes an input altitude and outputs a pitch command with a limiter to prevent unwanted behavior during climb. When it reaches cruising altitude, the conditional integration region will be entered, and the I part of the PI controller will activate to find a stable trim condition. When the state machine detects that the controller is no longer in climb, it switches over from the fixed throttle to the speed controller, which controls the throttle to maintain and achieve the target cruising speed. Turning this on during climb created considerable instability due to the changing lift under the wings, so I decided to enable it only once it successfully reached cruising altitude. During this whole process, the roll controller maintained level flight by using a proportional controller to control the ailerons, but due to some oscillations I noticed during the development process, I also added an artificial damper that subtracts the rate of roll multiplied by some gain from the command to reduce oscillations. Finally, the yaw controller is used to control the rudder only during takeoff to keep the plane aligned with the runway, with the gain being turned down to 0 when retracting the gear and flaps. Let's see it all again, this time with a bank angle at cruising altitude. You can notice when the aircraft reaches each phase, including takeoff speed, the gain switch, flap and gear retraction, and later on a slightly perceptible rocking as the throttle adjusts. When in cruise, it can maintain a remarkable level of stability under certain conditions, being able to hold an altitude with less than 1 foot per minute of vertical speed for thousands of miles, and it can hold bank angles very well even when climbing. If I revisit this short project, I would give more time to the gain switching, as I find the large jerks when changing gains kind of annoying. Additionally, I would work on better tuning the pitch and throttle controllers. There are a few things I could try further for that, such as trying to integrate damping again and adding lead compensation to the throttle. Nice to haves are pitch rate control, heading control, and pathing. LTI modeling would also be a helpful feature for screening potential control system designs, and would probably involve making a Simulink model of the control system. The biggest missing feature is autonomous landing, which is theoretically doable using what I've already written, but I'm leaving it for another time.